Today, prosecutors charged a man for killing execution style in downtown St. Louis.
The weekend of violence raises concerns about downtown St. Louis.
From 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon until 3 o'clock Sunday morning, there were 639 calls for service. Take a look at the video of people leaving a downtown loft yesterday morning.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? My son and I fall asleep to the lullaby of gun distance every night.
Wow.
Sometimes they see the gun when you would you rather somebody take your life?
I put it in my mind. Wherever I go.
What's that?
If you're thinking about moving, traveling, or investing in an American city in 2026, there are 5 places where the crime rates are so high, even locals warn you to stay away. These aren't just statistics, they're real people's lives, upended by violence. We're talking about cities with violent crime rates several times the national average. While national crime rates are dropping, these cities are getting worse. Take Memphis. It has a crime index of 1 out of 100. That means it's safer than only 1% of US cities. This isn't fear-mongering, it's about protecting you and your family. I've seen what happens when good people end up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Over the next few minutes, we'll break down the 5 American cities you should seriously reconsider visiting or moving to in 2026. We'll look at the data, the reasons behind the danger, and what you need to know to stay safe. Let's get started. Number 5 is Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City, where the magic has faded for many residents. The city faces a toxic mix of poverty and escalating violence, especially aggravated assaults and gun crime. Gunfire is a nightly occurrence in many neighborhoods, and any confrontation can turn deadly. Birmingham's economic decline left entire communities in poverty, fueling desperation and crime. The police are under-resourced and overwhelmed, with slow response times and low clearance rates for violent crimes. This emboldens criminals, creating a cycle of impunity. High-risk neighborhoods include Ensley, Bush Hills, and Titusville, places where violent crime is a constant threat. Even downtown, a wrong turn can put you in danger. Birmingham's violent crime rate is over 3 times the national average. Your chance of being a victim is 1 in 59. The city's leadership talks about change, but hope isn't a strategy when your safety is at stake. For now, Birmingham remains a risky proposition for outsiders. The real victims are the hard-working people just trying to get by, living with fear every day. If you want Southern charm, consider safer cities like Huntsville or Chattanooga. Don't let the Magic City name fool you. The illusion can shatter in an instant. Until there's a real drop in violence and investment in struggling communities, Birmingham stays on our list. Your safety comes first. Don't become another statistic. If you're considering Birmingham, think twice. There are better, safer options in the South. The city's problems won't be solved overnight. For now, it's a place to avoid. Stay alert, stay informed, and protect yourself. Let's move on to number 4. Next up, Oakland, California. Number 4 is Oakland, California, just across the bay from San Francisco, but a world apart when it comes to safety. Oakland is in the grip of a crime crisis. Armed robberies, carjackings, and property crime are rampant. Criminals operate in broad daylight, targeting people for phones, cars, and more. Smash and grab robberies and carjackings happen everywhere, even at stoplights and gas stations. Gang violence is a major driver, with organized groups fighting over turf and trafficking drugs and people. The city's homelessness crisis adds to the instability, with encampments becoming hotspots for crime. High-risk areas include East and West Oakland, Fruitvale, Elmhurst, and Hoover Foster. Even once safer districts like Lake Merritt and downtown are seeing spikes in assaults and robberies. Critics say local policies have created an environment with few consequences for criminals. When arrests don't lead to prosecution, the deterrent effect is lost. Law-abiding residents are left to fend for themselves, often feeling abandoned by city leaders. If you're moving to the Bay Area, consider safer alternatives like San Jose or Sacramento. Oakland's combination of brazen criminals, gang warfare, and political gridlock makes it a city to avoid in 2026. Until there's a real shift in how crime is handled, Oakland remains number 4 on our list. Don't risk your safety for a Bay Area address. Know the risks before you go. Let's head to number 3, next, Baltimore, Maryland. Number 3 is Baltimore, Maryland, Charm City, but also one of America's most violent. Baltimore's murder rate is staggering, with over 300 homicides a year in a city of just over 500,000. The opioid crisis fuels addiction, property crime, and a violent drug trade. Gangs, like the Black Guerrilla family, control drug territories, leading to shootouts and targeted killings. A stop-snitching culture makes it hard for police to solve crimes, letting killers walk free. Economic collapse has hollowed out neighborhoods, especially in West and East Baltimore, creating fertile ground for crime. The Inner Harbor and Federal Hill are generally safe, but just a few blocks away, neighborhoods like Sandtown, Winchester, and Cherry Hill are extremely dangerous. Baltimore's murder rate is more than 6 times the national average, comparable to a war zone. Police resources are stretched thin, and other crimes often go unaddressed. Ongoing police reforms have made officers more hesitant, further emboldening criminals. Residents are resilient, but they live with constant fear and loss. If you visit, stick to well-policed tourist areas and stay alert at all times. Don't wander off the beaten path, especially at night. Until Baltimore can control its murder rate and bring hope back to its neighborhoods, it remains one of the most dangerous cities in America. For 2026, it's firmly at number 3 on our list. Your safety is not worth the risk. Be smart, be cautious, and know where you're going. Let's move to number 2. Next, St. Louis, Missouri. Number 2 is St. Louis, Missouri, the gateway to the West, but also a gateway to danger. St. Louis has one of the highest murder rates in the country, often more than 10 times the national average. The violence is concentrated but so intense it affects the whole city. The Delmar Divide splits the city north of Delmar, poverty and crime, south, affluence and stability. Most violent crime happens north of Delmar, in neighborhoods long neglected and disinvested. Gun violence is a daily reality. Minor disputes can turn deadly in seconds. Gang activity, drug trafficking, and turf wars fuel a constant cycle of shootings. Dangerous neighborhoods include Wells Goodfellow, The Ville, and Walnut Park. Even downtown and tourist areas can be risky, especially at night. Property crime and robberies are common everywhere. The police are understaffed and overwhelmed, and community mistrust makes solving crimes even harder. Political infighting between city leaders and law enforcement only makes things worse. Residents in North St. Louis live with the constant threat of violence and feel ignored by those in power. If you're considering St. Louis, look to the suburbs. Clayton, Kirkwood, or Chesterfield are much safer. St. Louis is a city with great assets, but until leaders bridge the divide and get control of gun violence, it remains a city to avoid. Don't let the city's history or attractions blind you to the risks. Your safety comes first. Be vigilant, do your research, and choose wisely. Now let's get to the most dangerous city in America. Number 1, Memphis, Tennessee. Number 1 is Memphis, Tennessee, America's most violent major city in 2026. The crime here is pervasive and touches every part of the city. Memphis has the highest violent crime rate of any large U.S. city, with a murder rate that keeps breaking records. Your chance of being a victim is 1 in 42, a risk level that's simply unacceptable. Guns and gangs drive the violence, with shootings and carjackings happening daily, everywhere. Property crime is rampant. Car break-ins, burglaries and thefts are constant threats. Even tourist areas like Beale Street and Graceland aren't immune. Danger is just blocks away. High-profile crimes have shown that nowhere is truly safe. High-risk neighborhoods include Whitehaven, Fraser, and Orange Mound, but crime is spreading into once safe areas. The police are understaffed and the court system is backlogged, letting suspects back on the streets. Residents feel abandoned, arming themselves and changing routines just to stay safe. The social contract is broken, people live in fear, and criminals act with impunity. If you must travel to Memphis, treat it like a high-risk deployment. Stay alert, don't travel alone at night, and consider living in outlying suburbs if you move there. Memphis is a city with soul, but that soul is being crushed by violence. Until leaders unite and take back the streets, Memphis is the number 1 city to avoid in 2026. Don't risk your safety. Know the facts before you go. Stay vigilant and protect yourself and your loved ones. Let's wrap up with some final advice. There you have it, the top 5 American cities to avoid in 2026: Birmingham, Oakland, Baltimore, St. Louis, and Memphis. These cities face systemic problems and a breakdown of law and order, putting your safety at risk. This isn't about politics, it's about facts and protecting yourself. Always do your research before visiting or moving anywhere. Look past the tourist brochures and dig into real crime data and local news. Talk to residents and trust your instincts. Knowledge is your best defense. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and share to keep others safe. Stay vigilant, and don't be afraid to change your plans to protect yourself. Stay safe, and see you in the next video.
Give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel grow. And hey, we've got plenty more videos waiting for you. Check them out right here so you can stay updated with all our latest content. See you in the next one.